Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another Exhumed movie review. Welcome to another Exhumed movie review. Today we're going to be talking about Bride of the Monster. This Exhumed movie review comes to us via royalty suggestion from Melissa. I know, I just did Melissa's royalty suggestion on Wednesday. You will be seeing a lot of double royalty suggestions this month because just pretty much all of my creepy royalty just had really awesome suggestions for videos this month, and I wanted to do all of them. And I could, you know, it's a small group of them, so I was able to do all of their suggestions, so sorry. Don't know why I'm apologizing. I just wanted to do all of their suggestions. I couldn't resist. I couldn't just pick one from each one, so yeah. So we're gonna be talking about Bride of the Monster. So thank you so much, Melissa, for your suggestion, and to all my other creepy patron peeps for your continuous support of my channel. It means so much to me. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description. This is an Ed Wood movie, and I feel like any summary of this is just it's just gonna be like, I could either just try and over explain it because there's just so much going on in this movie, or I can just give you a one-sentence summary, which is what I'm going to do. A mad doctor attempts to create atomic supermen. And I think that pretty much just, I guess, sums up the movie. All right, so let's get into what I liked about Bride of the Monster. It's a funny watch. You know, very much like Plan 9 from Outer Space. It's not a good movie, but that's what makes it fun to watch. There's just something about Ed Wood's movies that are very genuine. Like, you can just tell that he is not trying to make a bad movie, they just turn out that way. Probably a lot of it is, I'm sure, due to the very small budget that he has, or had, I'm sorry, for his movies. You know, this is just, you know, it's like Plan 9 from Outer Space. It's not something that you should go into watching and expect like the best sci-fi horror movie you've ever seen, because that's not what you're gonna get. If you go into it very lighthearted, you're gonna have a fun time watching it, and that's what's great about this movie and other movies like it. In all seriousness, I will just say there were some elements of this movie that I think could have actually been like good given maybe a higher budget. And I think most people can agree. I know like Ed Wood has gotten a lot of shit for like how bad his movies are. Like, some people say he's the worst filmmaker ever. But I will just say, I think like given a higher budget, I feel like he could do so much with that. Like, you could just tell like there's so much imagination to his movies. And he really did a lot with very little. I've seen some movies that like the sets and things like that are just, it just looks so much lazier than some of the stuff that I've seen in like Ed Wood movies. And it's like, it's just clear that like, like he could do a lot with very little, and he was very genuine about making his movies. I'm just making assumptions because obviously I did not know the man. So in terms of dislikes, I've always said this with these types of movies, it's hard for me to talk about dislikes because, you know, so much of the movie is just entertaining to watch because it's so bad. And if I were to like take this with a completely serious eye and talk about all the things wrong with it, it would be like the whole movie. Some things, even if I'm watching it in a lighthearted way, I can't get over. And one of those is the lack of info on Bela Lugosi's character, which is Dr. Vornoff. Sorry, Dr. Vornoff. Like, what is he doing? Like, I feel like mad scientists are just always over-explain everything. Like, they, at one point in the movie, they always just explain in great detail what their experiment is doing and why they're doing it. And I don't understand what's happening. I just don't get what Dr. Vornoff is doing. He just like keeps capturing these people and strapping them to a table and like turning on like, you know, like what looks like, I don't know what they're called, but they're at, you know, when you go to the eye doctor and they have that thing that comes down in front of your face. It's kind of like conical shaped almost, and it shines the light on you, and it has like the whole head thing that you put your head in. And for anybody that has contacts or glasses, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It kind of looks like that, just minus the little like headrest bit. Like it's just like a focused light that he shines on these people, and then he flicks switches and pulls levers, and then they scream. But you don't understand, like it's just like Wood forgot to write that part, like, or he didn't want to get into the science of it, so he just skipped over that part. Like, oh, people will just be fine with it. Like, what is he doing? Like, what is the beam that's hitting people and supposed to make them into superhuman people? Like, I don't get it. And I will just say, when I'm watching these movies, I don't very much pay attention to any mistakes or goofs or anything like that, because I feel like that's part of what makes the movie funny. But there was just one that stuck out like a sore thumb, and I have to talk about it. And it's, spoiler alert, when Dr. Vornoff gets strapped into his own machine and becomes a superhuman himself. And I think to make Bela Lugosi look taller and more imposing, they put him in these insane platform shoes, and they are so obvious. I took a screenshot of it, so I'm gonna throw it up right here. It's just like, what are those? Look at those shoes. They're insane. Oh gosh. Oh. This makes me laugh. I don't know why it's in my dislikes. And I also didn't really understand why Lugosi just seemed like Dracula in this movie. Is it just me? Like, they did the whole like focus on his eyes, and he was like clearly hypnotizing people. So it's just like, wait, what? He's supernatural too? Like, he can hypnotize people, and he does like the hand thing, like the Dracula hand thing. And I just feel like Ed Wood wrote like some Dracula spin-off. Like, Dracula has gone into hiding, and he changed his name to Vornoff, and he's trying to turn people into superhumans so he can have an army of superhuman people. Like, and I will just say, I know, give me shit, whatever. I haven't seen enough Lugosi films to, you know, definitively say like whether this was just Lugosi's acting style. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's a bad actor and he can only do this one. He can only do like the Dracula thing. I just don't know. I also don't know if it was that or something Ed Wood told him to do, like to act that way. And if so, I want to know why. Why? So, is Bride of the Monster worth watching? For a laugh, 100%. If you want to have a laugh at something, it's definitely worth it in that arena. Although I will just say it wasn't as enjoyable as Plan 9 from Outer Space. I don't know why. It just, nah. Like, I got more enjoyment watching Plan 9 from Outer Space than I did with this, and I couldn't help but compare them. So for that reason, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. It was an enjoyable watch, but it was just, you know, I'm not gonna go back and watch it a bunch of times just to get a laugh. There are other movies that I would put above this one for a fun time. On IMDb, it has a 4.1 out of 10. And on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 45% critic score and a 28% audience score. Nothing on Roger Ebert. If you want to check out the movie, I will leave an affiliate link to it on Amazon Video in the description box. There's no pressure to use that link, but if you do, it does help out the channel a little bit. If you've seen Bride of the Monster, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a Creepy Peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!